Is it live now? Oh boy.
Here we go. Hello, everyone. It's Tiffany and Bless. It's the Tiffany and Bless show.
This is the
You
Tiffany and
heard
Bless
me say it. Y'all ready to see the thing?
show.
We don't know
Yes.
what is gonna happen. I don't know what is gonna come out of this mouth. Hello, everybody. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. All right, I'm going to pull the comments up on my phone over here because I never know when people are on. So I'm going to do it over here.
Okay, so you have to have two separate devices going at once so you can see what's going on.
I'm going to. People like me have to do that. So thank you so much for joining us today, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. My name is Tiffany Colston.
My name is Bless Robinson.
See, girl, I was going to give you one of those great introductions.
Well, you can still do it.
Okay, so we are just so grateful tonight to have with us this amazing artist, songstress, poet, beautiful dragonfly queen who is multi-talented, multi-skilled, and just words can't even describe her, obviously. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bless Robinson, for joining me tonight with this TCS Pep Talk, because girl, we're going to talk about these classes.
Let's talk about these classes.
Everything that you have going on for yourself, because I know you are an amazing entrepreneur and you've got some great, awesome things that are happening and stirring up in the pot too.
Yes, absolutely.
So this is an exciting time, and I want to thank you for sharing your gifts and sprinkling a little bit of your magic on TCS.
Oh, awesome.
All right. So first, spill the beans. Give me the whole bio. Okay. Lady scroll out.
Oh, wow. It's kind of hard for me to talk about myself in that way, but I just give you a little spiel, just like my background. My background is educator, spoken soul artist. Grew up in Boston, kind of migrated to Atlanta, went to college there, studied communications and journalism. Around 93, 94, came back to Boston. Still was, broadening my craft. Started doing some acting stuff, improv. I'm in a bunch of various movies, and I've had a #1 spoken soul song of the year, which is that's so awesome. So proud of that, and also just proud of just being a manager of now my daughter who's 16, managing her and her group, and just the journey is just ongoing, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's bubbling. It's just bubbling. There's so many things to talk about throughout tonight, but I'm just blessed to be here, to be a part of you and everything you have going on. Because you're magnificent. You're blacknificent.
Oh, I love that.
Blacknificent.
Oh, yes. Man, girl, just so happy, and I'm so grateful because this is something that we've never had. So, as you know, this weekend, oh girl, we got to talk about Kevin this weekend.
Oh man, that was such an amazing experience. Whoa.
So phenomenal. So phenomenal.
He's amazing. He's simply amazing, like inside and out. You could tell that it comes from the inside. You know how some people, us as artists, we do music, a lot of people are fake. A lot of people have to put up facade. He's just who he is.
He is. He truly is. And he's so charismatic.
And it shows.
He's so humble, and it was phenomenal. So before we go there, I just bring that up to say that we have had, and I'm just so blessed with this business to have all of you amazing people and all of my amazing, beautiful Black and brown kings and queens
Yes.
Able to be a part of this whole vision with me and to support me and to stand behind me and with me, beside me, in front of me, sometimes lift me up when I fall down.
Absolutely. It takes a village.
It does. It does.
It does.
Village. And so, you know, it's just been a really magical experience for me to be able to have and hatch this big egg of TCS. So I'm grateful to have you. And so what we want to do is, you know, it's Bring a Friend Week, y'all. Bring a Homie Week at TCS. This week, all week, free classes. Bring as many people as you want. As long as they ain't crazy, they will come in the room.
Right. There's some crazies out there now.
No, just kidding. So I want to talk about the first class from yours that I want to talk about is your Floetry not spoken word, spoken soul. And I want you to explain to everyone, hey, Keon, I want you to explain to everyone, what is the difference between spoken word and spoken soul for you? I mean, is it really that different? But yeah,
actually, yeah, absolutely. You know, it is really that different. Initially starting off with spoken word, but I think, you know, once I got my own studio and just started producing my own music and different things like that, you could hear the floetic sound that you get over the music. And even, you know, when I do events, live band, so it no longer is just like the word, it becomes the soul. It takes on a whole new embodiment of how you hear it and how you interpret the music, you know, because it's music and lyrics put together,
right.
And it's still on the floetic motion, you know what I mean? So that's what makes it different, one from the other. Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, I've never done any spoken soul or spoken word. Can you just give someone like me who, well, you know, I'm a singer, but can you give me an example of how you would describe how a class like that works?
So initially, I think I would try to see where the artist is coming from, try to see, like, you know, some of their experiences and journey. I always like to introduce it like that and try to get it in their mind, because everything comes from the mind. Everything stimulated here comes from the mind and the heart. So it just depends on, you know, I have everyone kind of like journal some topics, some things that they've actually gone through. And then we'll pick from those topics or those things that the best thing that they think that would stand out, where we can kind of jumpstart and have a visual, you know, get a vision of what they want to put, you know, pen to the paper to, pretty much.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So then when people are writing their things out, like, and this is just in general, not just this class, because the class is dope, y'all. But in general, can someone just how do you go about like picking the type of music that you write to when they have music in the background? Generally, what do you usually gravitate to when you're doing it? Actually, I'll say
the emotions of the lyric and the title of the song, the title of the piece. So, like, you know, for instance, I have a piece called Smoke Screens and Mirrors, and that's more of like guitar string. You know, he's just like getting funky with the guitar. You know what I mean? Yep. And then it's just like me and him just kind of going back and forth with the guitar. Then it, you know, I have a piece called Chances. Now that's like live band. You know, it's kind of like melodic, enticing. It just kind of brings you on a different type of journey. So it really depends on the lyrics, the energy, and how the lyrics is being displayed, and the topic and the tone. Tone is everything. So even the tone, you know, because, you know, our tone has vibrations and frequencies. So even the tone can create the melody, and sometimes the rhythmic flow of your intro can give the musician an idea of where to take the music. Awesome. If you don't already, sometimes, you know, like sometimes like for instance, if I go like, how many chances do you give someone before you call it quits? They began to flip the script, not too intelligent, imposing that your heart is pure, then later circumvent. Skedaddle, scallywag, voodoo brown, cause your stench is funking up my tent. Wounded stars forever stays, dampening my weekends, regulating renegades, resisting disrespectful situations, pillow stains in the night, restless mind in a state of flight. Keep in mind one day gonna be all right. Realizing it was never what I thought, I took a long walk in the park, reminiscing on bliss.
Yes. Oh wait, hold on. Did you just go
I
out?
don't know.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. Yes, girl. Yes.
So like, you know, when you have a flow like that, then you kind of like the band just automatically hear your tone and then come behind you and start kind of kicking it with you.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I love
So
it. I love
yeah,
it.
and I love live stuff. For me, I love the live. You know, there's nothing more exciting for me than to have a band that actually feels my words and can bring, you know, my sound, my tone, my melody, my creativity, my energy, just everything, just bring it to life. There's nothing more exciting for me. So that's the difference between just the word and then the soul of it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So look, how did you get started into this, girl?
Girl, being the only child, not having no one to talk to, journaling since I was like 11 and 12, and then going to predominantly white school. I went to school in Wellesley, and one of the English majors discovered that. She was like, "Yo, I think you really have a gift. Like you're a great writer." And from her, like, you know, me doing like some of my papers, and then her just, you know, getting to know me as a person, she just kind of steered and geared me to, and I let her read a lot of my poetry. Been writing that since I was a little girl, and didn't know actually that it was that significant or that deep until I really went to college in Atlanta and discovered, like, you know, that people were like doing poetry, like poetry slams, and doing poetry like all these different places, and how like prevalent like poetry was in the A. And it was much different than it was here in Boston actually. And then it kind of just started popping in Boston. You know, I've done shows in like New York, DC, um, Atlanta, just kind of like all over. You know, I've traveled doing it, and you know, it feels great when you could have. I've even had dancers perform it behind me,
Oh, I love
which
it.
has been
Speaking of dancers, Keon Hurd is on. Oh no, not that. Okay, wrong Keon. Oops. But Keon, hey. Sorry. I have another Keon, and he is a phenomenal dancer out in Boston.
nice. Nice. What type of style is this dance?
So, oh, you know, that's Ricardo's. He's Ricardo's son. I think it's Keon Hill. Where you at,
Mm,
Keon? No, just kidding. He does it all. African, hip hop. He's great.
nice.
He's awesome.
Nice.
Yes.
Mm.
So, and I think he actually has his own dance company as well. So I'll have to give him a little shout out. Hey,
Oh,
Ricardo.
nice. Right. So
But someone says this is great. Hey, Ashley, how are you?
hi, Ashley.
Awesome. Okay, so yes, starting out young, I remember too, you know, and this is something that I think about nowadays too, because the generations now are so different, you know, because of the cell phones.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I used to have my dear diary, you know,
Hmm. Hmm.
journaling and writing and being able to express myself like that, without those kind of technological distractions that they have.
Journaling is very big for you too, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it
very
helps.
big. My first diary was a horse, and it had a horse on the front and a little lock on it. Remember the little twist lock?
Yeah, yeah, I remember those.
Yeah.
Yes, those are so cute.
What is this? Oh shoot. Um. Yeah. So. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Anyway, so yes, what I was going to say is that it gave us a chance during that time and as kids to, you know, my very first song that I wrote was Jesus Cares About You.
Oh,
And so I'm trying to think, you know, sometimes I'm always thinking like, do the kids in this generation nowadays, like, are they writing, or do they have the access to those things like that the same way that we did? But I guess not really, because of, like we just said, like phones and everything like that. So
I want to say no. I
yeah.
also want to say, you know, even being an artist, and you being a singer as well, I also want to say just because you can sing doesn't mean you can write. So, you know, and our parents, you know, they'll send us to school for all these other different things, but you know, no one is really teaching us the art of the format of songwriting or the format of collectively putting together a poetic piece, or you know what I mean. So I taught my daughter at the age of 6 because I mean she was just studio baby, and she used to always say, "Well, why don't you do covers?" And I said, "Listen, baby girl, it's very important for you to do your own material and to make your own mark in the world, and for everyone to hear your journey and your experience. It's okay to do covers. Don't get me wrong. I love, you know, we come from a world of some famous covers, but at the same time, we're creating our own mark. We're, you know, we want to be our own legends. And in that sense, I just think writing, period, is just so important, especially as a songwriter, especially as a poet, even someone that's like wanting to do movies or starting commercials or anything like that. You still have to have the thought, the idea, the vision. You know, you have the vision first, and then you write it down, you make it plain. You know, it's kind of biblical too. When you know you want something to come to pass, you write down your visions and make them plain. So you know, we weren't really blessed like that coming up with knowing how to write. And I thank God that God gave me a talent and a gift of writing. That's a blessing in itself.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
With that blessing, you've then passed it on to MZ.
And that's so amazing.
Who is, ladies and gentlemen, our TCS scholarship student. She is phenomenal. She is beautiful. She's a dancer. She's a singer. She's a musician. She's a
songwriter, a rapper.
She's a poet,
choreographer.
Choreographer. That's right.
Makeup artist.
And intelligent. You know, and she's just so driven and determined and unstoppable. And I'm so, so proud. And what happens with the gifts that you have, Bless, is that you're able to pour those down to her and to your other kids. You know, we that's what we do.
Yes.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. Yes.
That happens and it pours down from God. And so how would you say that has impacted her songwriting? We're gonna go to that a little bit now. To her songwriting and her spoken word and her path. How would you say it's influenced and helped? Because I definitely know that that is like the power force behind it all.
It is. She's been in the studio from birth. So, and then her dad's also an engineer, producer, musician. And so she kind of grew up in the world of just music and art. For her, you know, her watching me perform and her listening to my music, and you know how you have to rehearse things, you know, before you have concerts, events. So she would, you know, a little baby sucking the finger, be in the car and start listening to my spoken soul, and immediately take the finger out the mouth, and then she starts mimicking, you know, all of my lyrics, and the lyrics are like really profound, big words, and she was doing those words. So that's why now she's like such a wordsmith, because all that got embedded in her brain, and even the flow of poetry, and you know, her song "See Me Beyond My Skin." That's number one. Like which that one, and it's
love.
That song in itself can show, you know, kind of where she stems from, her background, and just being able to transform into a poet on stage. You know what I mean? Because she doesn't consider herself as a poet, but I told her, you are a poet. Yes. You are a poet, whether you know it or not. You're a poet, and you.
Yep. Hold on, did I just lose you?
No, that's me. My phone's blowing up.
You're so popular, girl. You're so popular. Y'all have to excuse us because look, my phone is like.
my phone is ringing.
We wanted to make sure that we came on here tonight to just share the news and everything that's going on. And I'm gonna actually, because see, I still can't see the comments popping through on this, so I'm gonna pull them up just in case anybody has any questions that they want to ask. Okay, so that particular class that we were talking about, the spoken soul,
yes,
Floetry, that class is on Wednesdays at 6:15, y'all. Okay.
Yes. Stay spoken, y'all. Come on. Let's go.
Therapy. This is your therapy.
It is. Let's go. Let's release.
And as you can see, I mean, who wouldn't want to be in a room with you for 45 minutes once a week?
Yes.
Come on now.
Come on.
That's good. So that's the first class. And then the second class that we also have is, Wednesday. This is before 5:30 to 6:15, adult drama and commercial acting. And guys, I just want to say something about this really quick. So this is important. Adult drama and commercial acting. We definitely cater, y'all are not too old, okay? We cater to the teens and the adults with the adult drama and commercial acting. It's a fun class because you're going through commercial scripts. You can do teen scripts. Hi, Rembrandt, Crest.
I love it.
all of that kind of thing. So it's, it's going to be kind of like that kind of a class. And however, Bless she always has her special spin that she does on everything. So then also we have Intro to Acting Film 101. Now, most of our classes, that's what I wanted to say, are going to be more film, commercial, TV, television based, not so much theatrical, musical theater. We haven't really launched that yet because I don't want to. So we're really focused. We're focused more on the TV commercial. So if you are looking to get into this kind of field, then this is for you. And of course, theater is the foundation of everything. So naturally, that will happen.
And mention too, like, teaching them how to go into like improv. Improv is really important, and learning the different scripts and just learning how to go from one emotion to the next emotion. You know what I mean? Like that takes some learning and some practicing and some definitely some reading. Reading different scripts, reading different characters, going into different characters, going into different looks with the characters, and so on and so forth.
And the wonderful, wonderful thing about these classes is that, so one of the conversations that I've been having with a lot of my students, Bless, and we talk about this, is being a singer, you have to be able to be a good actress. So these classes, singers, hey y'all, if y'all think you can perform, but not so much, come take an acting class, because as I said, in order to be a good performer, you have to know how to act. I teach 5 different people at once, and if you really know me, a lot of people would know that I am really like 5 different people.
So we know you're civil. You are civil all the way. Yes, Lord help us. Yes.
You have to be able to, turn the light switch on and turn it off. And if you don't like a song, I don't really care if you don't like it. When you're on stage and you're performing, you are committed, you are dedicated. I've been singing Etta James at last for about 17 years. I won't tell my age, but I'm young now. The great thing about these classes is that also the best of both worlds as well too. So as far as that, we're gonna wrap it up. I won't keep you. I gotta go eat my dinner. But Bless, thank you.
I just want to say, please come and join the classes. Come in and feel the experience, see what it is. Come and join all the classes, and then choose which one kind of fits you. Tiff, did you say this week was a week of like bring a friend?
It's free. You know how y'all like free.
Bring a friend. Come and sit in on some classes. Bring a friend. See what it is that you like. See what your heart is resonating with, and then come and just be a part of the whole experience. Who's that?
Stacey's on. Hey, Stacey. Yeah. So you guys will love these classes. I mean, this is just the beginning. Oh, that's the last thing I wanted to talk to you about. Because guys, you have to get ready, because not only is Bless offering these classes, but Sister Girl is also offering some workshops coming soon.
Absolutely. Yes. The spring is here.
Healing,
yes.
Meditation classes. And can you just tell us a little bit, give us a little appetizer of what it is that you do as far as like your meditation.
My holistic healing.
Your whole
Okay.
holistic healing. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. So yes, I'm also a holistic healer, which also includes, sound therapy. Sound therapy is so vital and so important because, we all rock on a certain frequency and vibration. So, my goal is to increase your vibrations and increase, your frequencies so you can think better, so you can feel better, so your heart, and then, I deal with, the sound therapy aspects. I do sound, the sounding bowls, which are so beautifully amazing. The tuning forks, which also aligns your chakras, which also, frees you up and allows you, like your kundalini, your third eye, all that to kind of just open up, your cortex, just to, beam some fire out of it, and just kind of just being centered and being more healthier with yourself, because, health is wealth. And, when you're feeling good and you do good, everything else will kind of open up for you. But when you have a foggy brain, or you have like a lot of toxins and stuff like that, you can't really reach your full potential of who you are. So, I mean, I love to give and I love to give back, and I love to show people how to release and how to evolve with those things, because a lot of us don't know how to do it. We weren't taught, we weren't given the knowledge of where to go to get a colonic, or where to go to do yoni, or where to, go to get massages or facials, or, whatever it is that you do that can kind of release some stress and rebuild and recharge. Just the other day, I was telling you, I did the float. I had an amazing floating experience. Guys, if you've never been in the tank and floated, I guarantee after this podcast,
Stacey knows about that.
Do it. Oh, does she go?
She does. She's the one who told me about floating.
Oh my, listen to me. So this was the most, and I've been going through some pretty great spas and different experiences, but by far, the float tank is like the thing that everyone should at least try for one. I'm sure if you go once, you're going to want to go back. You're not going to stop, because it just takes you to a different place.
How long do you float?
I think you can float for a few hours. Being that it was I think there's like a 90-minute and then a 100 and something minute float, but I floated for an hour. The hour that I floated was just, I mean, I was able to do like exercises. And once I realized that my body wasn't going to sink, because that's like your fear. That was my hesitation. But once you kind of emerge in the water and realize that you're going to stay elevated, on top, then you could kind of move around. And
you do stay elevated.
Yes. So you can
float Portsmouth.
Yeah, so you can do a lot of different things in the water, like a lot of leg stuff, arm stuff while you're floating, move around like a mermaid in the water,
Oh, yes.
So and then I played some brain tuning music, and just detoxing the brain while I was in there floating, and it just kind of just takes you away, takes you on a whole different, you come out just reborn. It's a rebirth.
Yeah,
that's the only way I can describe it, a rebirth.
I need to do it. Me of all people.
Yeah, we should do it. We should do a day of floating. Day of floating in the sun. Great.
And
Let's do
it. Then massage.
Yes.
And Bless, that is one thing that I just love about you, is that you are self-care queen. You are always, when you walk into a room, it's the hair, it's the makeup, it's the smell, and you have your oils, and you have
number one. Yes. Yum yum.
Yes.
So much for us to talk about.
No, we're not going to talk about yum yum. We can't they can have yum yum.
Yum yum is the number one oil, y'all.
It is the number one. It is.
So I'm putting together some soy-based candles for the spring and summer with yum yum, and then I'm also putting together like a summer sugar scrub for it.
Ooh,
so that's gonna be real. That's gonna be real, just yummy, just yummy. Big ball of yumminess,
And it's not ever gonna be for sale, because it's my signature smell, right?
It is.
No, listen, you guys, you have to contact Bless. You want to smell good. I'm telling you, because Bless, listen, okay? I'd be like, you are smelling yummy. But anyway.
Wow.
But yeah. You are the self-care queen, and so it's really taught me and inspired me, especially because of having such a very, very busy business. And being at the point of where I am right now, you know, sometimes it's like you're a breath of fresh air to be around and to have that energy of like Tiffany, like, you know, calm down, go get your nails done, baby, go get your nails done, go get your diamond glow facial, right?
Right.
You talking about the diamond glow facial, and you know what? I said, you said the what, girl? The oh, okay, got you. Ashe.
Ashe.
I would have got it. And just learning like about keep all of that, you know, the colonics and everything that you have that you do with that. And you know, you have this whole essence about you that's just so beautiful. And so that's why I'm so thankful that you can bring all of that awesome energy.
Yeah, I can't wait to do the holistic workshop because even us as females don't know about yoniing. You know what the yoni is and the essence of yoni and your womb and how important that is and how sacred it is and so on and so forth. So yeah, I can't wait for us to kind of put that together. That's gonna be
it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be so epic.
Absolutely amazing. And we're gonna get that to you guys announced before Mother's Day.
Absolutely.
So that you guys can invite your sister, your mom, your daughter, your grandma, your auntie.
Absolutely.
60 minutes, 90 minutes are couples. I don't do anything into it. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Stacy went this evening to float.
Oh, wow, Stace. I know she's still floating actually. She's still floating. In her mind, she's still there.
Oh, see, I need to go. I don't know. I may sink down to the bottom of the pool. They may have to come and get me and
you really
need to go. Everything I got going on. But yeah, you guys, look up Bless and you'll see her classes on my page. You'll see it on Tiffany Colson. If you guys also, Stacey, thank you so much. The world's best trainer. I don't know how she does it. I don't, you know. But
she's gonna train this body soon. She's gonna have me chiseled up in a minute. Like real talk. Watch.
I'm 10 days away from a bikini competition, guys, and you know.
Wow, you got this.
I'm just gonna enjoy the thrill of it this round.
Yeah, you got this.
But anyways, thank you so much for this, and this has been so fantastic. And we're gonna do it again.
Yes, we are.
Guys, stay tuned. We will be back, and we're gonna bring you some more information and some more, you know, just talk. Because a lot of y'all out there are nosy. I know. A lot of y'all like to be on my page too. I'm just kidding.
and don't say nothing.
I don't have a drop of that. But no, we will be back. Watchers. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I love you guys all so much.
Oh, yes, thank you so much for having me. Such a pleasure. I can't wait for the classes to begin, and I will see everyone the next time. Everyone be safe and have an awesome evening. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.